Happy Friday, everyone. It is January 3rd, not December 3rd. Once you said that, I thought I am struggling the same.
Yeah.
Not
Every
December,
year.
not
And it's
2024.
Friday.
It's Friday. Yeah, we've
I
talked
guess.
2025.
2025. Yeah. The holiday on a Wednesday really threw me for sure.
does.
It feels like Tuesday. Good morning, everyone. Lisa, Lydia, Scott with you here. Finally, Friday. We are accepting that, embracing that now. We'll get to our weekend forecast in a moment. First, I'd like to remind you every day that we're live on Facebook right around this time, but it stays on your feed throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you. Plus, we make it into a podcast. You can find that at inform.com/podcast. Just look for the Inform Minute.
All right, like we said, it is January and it's feeling very winter-like outside.
It's like January.
Yeah. Shocker.
Temperatures are below zero for most of us this morning. And if you're not below zero, you're pretty much right at zero. That's my warm spot this morning.
Oh.
It's like -2-ish right now in Fargo. Wind chill as cold as -20. Up north, -30 for your wind chill. So there's a cold weather advisory, Devils Lake area out to the west until noon today. High temperatures just barely above zero. Up north, you'll stay below zero. Actually, 5 is our forecast for Fargo.
Ooh.
So a whole handful of degrees for you this afternoon. Nice to see at least a little bit of sun.
Yeah, that helps.
We're seeing some sun on my tower cams this morning as the sun is now coming up. We'll be in and out of clouds today, tomorrow, through the weekend, but the cold is really the main story. We wake up with wind chills tomorrow morning, -15 to -35. Sunday morning, Monday morning, -20 to -40. Nothing says happy Monday like -40 for your wind chill.
Jeez.
Oh, and Moorhead does head back to school after winter break on Monday, so make sure all those warm goodies, hats, coats, gloves are accessible to stand up at the bus stop or walk to school or morning recess, all of that needed on Monday. High temperatures remain in the single digits Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday. By Thursday, I have us back up into the teens and a chance at a little bit of snow. It's kind of the trade-off, at least with this pattern, the way things are set up, that we stay snow-free. We don't have to worry about bad roads or ice or snow-covered roads or shoveling or snow blowing. But the trade-off is that it's cold. So we're just sitting in this cold pocket as Canadian air has just dropped down right on top of us. If you're headed to Frisco, hopefully you're on your way or doing so shortly. If you're traveling by car, by air, of course, a different story. But if you're looking to drive to Frisco, do not leave tomorrow morning. We've got ice, snow, big storm right through the middle of the country, parts of South Dakota, Nebraska, and Kansas in for that. Kansas City, kind of the bullseye for 8+ inches of snow. A lot of snow, and getting ice first too, by the way. Not good at all. Frisco, we'll see some rain, maybe a little thunderstorm activity. I'd say late Saturday into early Sunday, probably gone by the time you wake up on Sunday morning, and then Sunday looks dry and Monday looks dry, which of course is game day. Just turning colder because we're sharing this cold with the rest of the country. High temperatures, even in Florida, near freezing as we go through the weekend into next week.
And
next
they can't
week
handle
especially.
it like we can.
They will not handle it. You will hear all about the citrus and maybe even the falling lizards. You know how they do that? That's possible next week. For Frisco, 60s through the weekend, falling temperatures through the 50s on Sunday. Upper 30s to near 40 for the high on Monday, colder for game time, probably down to the 30s. So we need to pack close for the 60s Saturday, Sunday, and then the 30s for game time come Monday. GMA needs me.
All right, we'll get to the news. All right, bye, Lydia. Thank you. Duty
We
calls.
record this during GMA, so
Yeah.
that happens for sure. So I guess, are we going to go ahead with the headlines, just try to talk a little bit quieter, or?
Why not? We can try. Then we'll stop when it tosses to her. All right, we do have breaking news just into the newsroom. Crews had to battle a garbage truck fire at the Fargo landfill. That call came in shortly after 7 o'clock. We did reach out to the fire department. They tell us that the garbage truck had a fire in its holding compartment, and then the dump truck had to...
Little Fargo shout out there. That's how you know we're real cold. We'll keep things mostly sunny as we go throughout the day today, right into tomorrow as well, kind of in and out of clouds. There's actually a snow and ice system that's off to our south. It's missing us, which leaves us clear, but cold. We're going to see a little more cloud cover as we head into your Saturday time frame. High temperatures today, tomorrow, lasting right into next week, only topping off in the single digits. And then, of course, your wind chill is even colder. 5 above for the afternoon high today here in Fargo, 2 in Grand Forks, sub-zero up north.
That's a behind-the-scenes look at kind of what we do during GMA. All right.
Life in the studio.
Yeah, you never know. Well, she doesn't know most of the time when it's going to happen, so it's a drop of the hat. That garbage truck then dumped the garbage onto 7th Avenue. There was a lot of smoke, but the fire has been put out. No reported injuries, so just in case you missed it because we had to stop during that. There was a garbage truck fire at the landfill. Fire has been put out, no injuries.
Today, North Dakota's newest member of Congress will be officially sworn in. Julie Fedorchak will become the first woman from North Dakota to serve in the House of Representatives. Fedorchak says energy policy is one of her top priorities. She'll join the House Energy and Commerce Committee. She's the first freshman representative named to that committee in 14 years. She also wants to focus on combating inflation. She says energy production should help the economy.
All right, ahead of a trial for a deadly crash, the defendant's attorney is trying to get his DUI test thrown out. Travis Bell was involved in a crash on June 3rd near Grand Forks. That crash seriously hurt a 26-year-old woman, ended up killing her 6-year-old daughter. His attorney says Bell was forced to comply with the DUI test and was not actually under arrest for DUI at the time. Bell is facing a vehicular homicide and vehicular injury charge. The homicide charge alone carries a maximum of 20 years in prison.
Our WDAY Plus game of the week is actually 4 games. There are 2 sets of high school basketball doubleheaders. First, the Horace Hawks host the Cheyenne Mustangs. The girls tip off at 5:30. The boys' game starts at 7:30. And the Kindred Vikings host the Thompson Tommies. The girls start at 6, the boys at 7:30. You can watch all 4 games live on our WDAY Plus app.
All right, the herd migration begins for many NDSU fans today. People already were lined up at Hector International this morning at like 5 a.m. to catch an early flight to Dallas. We had Ryan Longnecker out there live talking all about traveling and the game and all sorts of stuff this morning. There will be several other flights taking off today, heading to Texas. NDSU is going for their 10th FCS title. They'll have to take down the #1 ranked Montana State Bobcats to do so. Technically, for the game on Monday, NDSU is actually the away team, but of course, as you know, Frisco gets taken over by Bison fans, so they'll feel like they're the home team, of course. But also, so you know, the game will not be on WDAY. It's going to be on ESPN. You have to watch it on ESPN, and it's going to be at 6 o'clock on Monday evening.
I have major FOMO. I wish I was going. It's so much fun down there. Hot Mike with John Mizzo coming up 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inform.com. Of course, he's also talking Frisco. NDSU leaves for Frisco later today. Former tight end Josh Babich joins the show to look back at the last title game matchup with Montana State specifically. Plus, the Vikings will play for the #1 seed in the NFC Sunday night. Who will Dom's dad pick to win? That's the burning question right now.
Yeah, know that answer.
Minnesota or Detroit? Hot Mike is on from 9 to 11.
Don't forget, for your first 3 months with an all-access subscription to Inform.com, you can get it for 99 cents a month, so it's a good deal. Take advantage of it. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to get that deal.
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's Friday. I
And
can't talk
We are ready
anymore.
to go for the weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. Our next newscast is coming up at 11 this morning, and then we have you covered in the afternoon starting at 4, 4, 5, 6, and then 9 and 10. And we have First News throughout the weekend. We'll be back with lots more Frisco coverage Monday morning as well.
Have a safe weekend, and if you're traveling to Frisco, also be safe and have fun too.